Good afternoon. I thought I would pop on and give a little update and maybe a little story from the container here. So, 2009, I was in Colorado, had just started homeschooling, less than a year married to Aaron, and decided to start homeschooling Katrina, who was 9 when we had to move from Florida to Colorado for work. And in that time, I started to learn about couponing and different things back that were happening to try to fill in our budget a little bit more. Well, skip ahead to 2015 when we made it here to Rack Ranch. I continued to go back to couponing. My husband made me some space. Well, actually, we had space in the garage. We didn't have tools or anything at that time really to build here. We didn't need them where we lived before. He didn't have time to operate with the tools where we were. We had moved from Florida to Colorado to Missouri to Texas, and then we managed to find and get a loan for our 15-acre property that we're on now. So got here, I had going right back to my work, which was doing the best to live on the budget with what came in and maximizing it. And at that time, we had space, like I said, that was hopefully to build tools eventually, but at the time we didn't have it. So then we also decided to form a nonprofit, Rack Outreach and Missions, in October of 2015. We moved here in July. By October, we formed the nonprofit, Rack Outreach and Missions, to fuel my time and my energy that I was already giving into multiple places, and also the small bit of financials that we were donating to various missions literally across the world and locally. So we just decided to funnel it all to one location and start to build from there. And when I was, instead of me donating our items to like the local Goodwill or to local food bank, we had space. And so I was like, I'll just handle them from home and offer them up from our home to the community. In case you don't know, we are definitely out in the woods, but we're still not that far from a couple locations here. We're not that deep in the woods. But anyways, so I just decided to start donating my own donations and offering them up. Put a little yard sale out by the road for the 4 or 5 cars that would drive by, and surprisingly, actually we met people that way, and then would just go onto Facebook Marketplace and post that we had stuff available for free to come and shop. And that's how we operated for several years until we grew, and we grew out of space for people to come and go through it all. We actually started to build and need space for the other things, and so making space for the donations to be handled in a building that paid for itself became less and less. But actually I would buy a shed and we would work in it to build to something else. And so going online, though, we did that within the first year because it did make it easier for people to see what we had and also for us to know what we had in inventory. So we started uploading things online so that way we knew where it was. And then those who could not make it to us, they could go online and had access to make their own choices to the best of their ability. And we would package them up and deliver about once a month. Sometimes people gave donation in cash. Sometimes people gave donations with cans that were recycled. Sometimes people gave item donations. And then sometimes there's just people that just donate and they don't shop, which that's actually the hardest part, is those that donate who do not shop. It actually was, it's actually more overwhelming to have wonderful, great donors of items, but then I have to go find people, new people to shop them all the time. So it was something I was hoping to stay within friends and family and expand out from that, which it still does. I serve my friends and my family from the stuff that comes in all the time on my own, which again, the choice of the day game is something that I've played even just randomly with people on my heart and name, and I just play the game and I put their name in a bucket and I build orders for them. And for fun, I meet up with them and they get gifts. They get gifts from us.